Hey guys, how are you? How's everybody going here? 10:23 in Chicago. 10:23 is the date today. All right, so sitting here at 10:48, coming up at the top of the hour here at 11 o'clock. It's the same. It's the same old song and dance with the futures. We're stuck inside, and just like yesterday, so we were trapped very much so in, but we did get out yesterday. Okay, um, but here's our day right now inside. Very difficult to try to get out of this. We're looking at 672. We're not that far away. Trading at currently at 669.63, but you need $3 and change to try to get outside of the day. So the week is holding up pretty well, sitting there green and kind of hammerish. So we'll see. It's kind of stuck in the middle. All right. So there's your SPY. Qs are the same problem here. We're stuck inside the day, and we don't trade things that are inside day because it's just not a good idea. All right. So Qs have been the strongest. I'll say that out of the bunch here. You got that 3-1-2 up and then kind of fell apart. But they seem to keep fighting back. There's your 60s right now, trying to come back a little bit there. All right, so buried inside there, going to have to get through 611.44 to get out of that one. Diamonds. Same thing. I got a 3-1-2 right now on a 60 to start the day, and that's right here. 3-1-2 did its job. It didn't really do its job. Its job is to get to there. All right, 467.16. It did take this out, but then now everybody dropping back inside again. All right, so there's your day. Got the easier to break to the downside. That's for damn sure. 464.42 if you want to break that coming down. All right. What's been moving? Nvidia has been moving with an inside day. Okay, there is your inside day on Nvidia. Nvidia coming up at the beginning of the day. Here's your 60s, 2-2 up. Now kind of makes the higher high and then dips back in. All right, starting to turn into chop shop on the 30s. All right, these are 30s and 60s. All right, so there's Nvidia. Nice move to the upside there. Avgo had that same move. AVGO to start the day with the 2-2 up. So now this is really trapped inside on this 60 right now. So there ain't no getting out of this. And you're not, I mean, I'm not saying you can't get out of this, but right now you're not getting out of this. All right. So we'll see if that can get any better. They're buying them with the inside day, okay? Oracle or ORCL, they get tired and then they fall apart. Oracle, I want to look at it on the day because this is what we do. We're watching this day. All right, so here we got the bottomed out again, okay? We'll go back and let's blow that one up because we've got to see the whole thing here. All right, here's where the move went up. Couldn't make the higher high. All right, and then you get the triangle out, back down. And now here's your day coming back. So you take out this day, you took out the 2 day here today now. And our next move to the upside is going to be 289.24. So that's like $8 and change away. All right, so I don't see that getting crazy today and getting through this. I'm looking for a move that comes out farther, and there probably could be another triangle out before any of this even happens. Still got to get through this right here. All right. So 289.26. Until you get there, you're not going anywhere else. And so that's on your daily. So there's the 3 day pattern right there. And we're looking to triangle with that. But we'll see about that. All right. So again, just keep it in mind that we got to get through here before we could even start talking about anything else up there. All right. So decent day though, but it's 2 day up, so it can move. All right. But the rest of the group is kind of but Oracle's pushing right now. Look at this. If you pull it up, I'll put it back to the regular screen. Look at the 322 up on the 60s. Those are moving pretty nice. All right. I think you're going to find into some exhaustion risk here. All right, this thing's been moving pretty solid since the opening here. And I see some pulling back right now on NVIDIA. NVIDIA's holding up pretty well as well, but that one's stuck inside day. All right, but Oracle's better just because it's a 2, and that's that. All right, so there's hope for that one. Amazon, I don't know if I'd buy it up here though. Amazon up $2.08. Takes the day up, kind of comes back in. It keeps finding itself in trouble. It did get the 2-2 up. That was nice, and then fell apart again. So here we are now, just trying to hover above yesterday's highs. We're 219.91. We're very close on that one right now. So it's the week is holding up pretty good. And then you got this going here on the 60, trying to fight back on a red 60 coming back up. All right, Amazon, I'm not so sold on that either. Apple finds its way to get back up to the highs because Apple's not going to stop. All right, Apple, I see $300 there. Having a great day again here now. How about the 212 up on the Apple to the highs of the day, and you're still stuck inside day. Look for this to pull back, guys. All right, I don't think you're going to get too much pullback, but I don't see you getting out of that. That's $3 and change. All right, I mean it could, but it's going to have to. You're going to have to take the Qs up on the day, and they're still chasing by $3 and change. All right, so there's that. All right, so Tesla had a miss on earnings. It was lower. Okay, it was much lower. All right, it made a low of 413.68. At that point, I think it was down around $15. All right, so it has fared back pretty damn well. Down $6.83 right now. This thing has come back really nice. Starting to stall out. It's made a big move. All right, that you're going to see some profits taking in here. This thing turns around. This thing could get back up and keep going. All right, and why? Because you're a 2-day. Okay, and you could go outside and become a 3-day, but I don't think that's going to happen. All right, that's going to take a hell of a lot. But from crapping out all the way down to 413.97 and coming back up, that's pretty solid. All right, Tesla, I say buyers are still in control. All right, that's for sure. All right, so that's kind of, I look at Microsoft. Microsoft has been. Look at it. It's not doing anything. Chop. It's even chopped today. All right. Look at the week. Look at the dailies. All right. It finally got out, but this is not telling us anything here. This thing needs to come back down and straighten stuff out. I like the 212 on the week. Maybe this week can trigger next week to get some stuff moving. All right, but this thing's it's up $2.57 today, with the rest of the group being pretty positive. So we got that going on. All right. Here's the problem that we have with industrials. Now Honeywell got out because they reported. All right. So and Honeywell's kind of breaking it down into like 4 different companies now. So it ain't gonna get any easier for Honeywell. All right. Look at the day it's having, though. Beauty. Okay, just an absolute beauty. All right. So Honeywell, I've been talking about this stock, and today's the reward. All right. So I don't know if you guys are in there. I don't even know who you people are. And but I did. But if you can send me a message, tell me what you're thinking. I'd like to hear from you. All right. But anyhow, That's your Honeywell right there. Beautiful day up, and it doesn't look like that wants to come back down. Triple M is, Triple M is just having this week, man. All right, it ain't over yet. All right. So I'm going to pull this up and expand on the week, because look at this week we're having here. I mean, this is crazy. All right, look at that. All right. We're going up to highs that I don't think we've been higher from. All right, so 171.13. I mean, exhaustion risk for sure, but there could be more in this. There still could be more in this one. All right, it's kind of stalled out. So when I talk about the industrials, here's the problem we have today. I mean, Honeywell, Triple M, those are the two that I mentioned and the two that are kicking butt. All right. But today, what's our biggest problem? We got this XLI, and industrials are stuck inside the day here. Look at this. All right. So now you get, you're getting a few names that are popping up pretty good. So what we would look for now is for that 212 tomorrow and get the XLIs back in there, and then maybe the whole band gets playing on a Friday. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. But I don't see this thing getting out of here today. I think that thing is stuck inside. So it's going to have to play catch up with the rest of the group. All right, and it's such a mixed bag. How about Home Depot with the 212 down, 312 on the day down? Okay, this isn't helping. Straight back down on Home Depot. All right, it's red all day, everywhere. All right, full time frame continuity to the downside. All right, even the quarter. All right, so Home Depot not helping the cause at all. All right. I don't want to go into too many of them. There's Travelers is stuck inside the day. Travelers, United Healthcare, 2-2 down, trying to fight back up on the day. As you can see here, Coca-Cola fell apart because the staples aren't doing anything. So here you go. How about the day down on Coke? All right, with the earnings at 71, they took it up to 71.60 on earnings 2 days ago. It was Tuesday, right? So 2 days ago, Coca-Cola it moved up, and then that was it. All right, so it was the gapper up day. So again, and I'll tell you why we got problems here. Look at XLP. XLP is 3-1 inside, and it's threatening to go lowers, but it isn't broken yet. So as long as that stays inside, that can go 3-1-2 back up again. Now you would be trapped inside all this, but the way you look at that Home Depot, you see that 3-1-1-2 down, or that 3-1-1. It could stay inside. It could do a number of things, but it hasn't broken yet. All right, so those are our staples, and they haven't been great. All right, so Honeywell, Triple M, really, really good. I think XRT is good, but there's just too many stocks that are inside day. And on the day, it was trapped, but it did make the lower low. So lower low means that maybe we could get back down to these lows again and get that. We have that 3-1-2 down now. All right. But retail seems to be hanging out okay. It is coming down on the week on the shooter, and it's 1 week. So just consolidating and doing nothing, okay? And as you can see, this is where you see it. All right, all this, embrace the chop kind of thing. I think that retail's better than this. I think this thing will turn around and get a little better. We're going into that season, all right? So you get ready for the holidays, start spending some money, all right? Zoom just popped up here. What's going on with this thing here? I haven't even watching it today. It's inside day though, so it tells us nothing. It is trying to take day up right now. Zoom a little better here, up 1.46%. And they had earnings as well. All right, so up 1.4% right now. Zoom having a pretty decent day, but can't get out of the day. All right. So we went through the XRTs. We look at some of the groups that are better. XLV came out ripping, right? Came out ripping here. Look at this 60. It ran up and puked. Hammered down on the 3. We get the lower low, and here we are trapped inside. I got to think that this is not looking great with the shooter down on the day. They tried to get moving, and look at this. Buyers were in control. Things changed, came down. Sellers have been in control since. All right, so I don't see them turning it back over to them anytime soon. Johnny John did the same thing. Look at this one. Ran it up, puked it down, 3, 1, 2, down to the lows of the day. All right, so that group has been fairly decent too. And then I put the warning out a couple days ago on the banks. And I'm sticking with it right now. We're stuck inside here. If anything, we're just chopping. All right. But I just don't. I'm not saying they're going to go lower. What I'm saying is that I don't think you should be buying them right now. All right. I got shooter down on the week. And the week is very weak. Look at this thing. It's not doing anything. All right. These banks should turn around and get back going here, but I don't know. And then we talk about those metals, like how about gold just fighting right back the next day after the 2-2 down? That's impressive. All right. Metals are strong. They're going to stay strong throughout the end of the year. They probably will keep going into the first quarter. All right. So watch GDX. There's GDX. Look at these things. They fought right back immediately. They were only down for 2 days, and they came back immediately. Tells you that they're very, very strong. Freeport McMoran FCX. There you go. Back up on the day. Look at this. Look at this stuff. It's crazy. Annie M. All right, 2-2 back up on the Newmont. Silver's not stopping anytime soon. Silver continues to move to the upside. It's been higher. It was up to 44.90. 44.90, guys. All right, so trade at 44.58 right now. This one might be a little bit more difficult to try to get out of this mess on this daily right now. How about another triangle out and then we move out? That's what I think on silver. So I'm not going to go into too many of those, but you get the idea. They're strong. The NASDAQ is sitting near the highs of the day right now. I'm looking at it right now, 25,208. The Dow Jones Industrial Average got up through 47,000 2 days ago, and it just ain't come back since. All right, so we're sitting back now on the Dow, waiting for these diamonds to get better, and it's just like too many chefs. Just that's what's going on there. I'm looking at things right now that are down that might turn around. All right, Vanguard, VNQ. It's real estate. This group's been pretty good. All right, Vanguard. What do you got? You got an outside day in red. All right, so that one's going to be a little bit more difficult right now. You got shooter coming down on the week. But looking here, we got a 2-1. It got an actionable signal inside here. See if that can turn things around. And I got some red on the 30 right now fighting back in. I think this can come back. All right. I don't know about moving this week around. That one's going to be difficult. All right. So maybe not that one so much. VNO. Vino is 2 because it made the lower low. That thing's kind of trapped. And I like this INVH, but I haven't looked at it in a while. So 2-2, it's a 2. You got that going for you. And what you have right here, you have a reversal on the 60 right here. Going back up with the 30 supporting you. I know you can't see this one. Oh, you can. So there's the 15 coming back up as well. All right, so Invitation Homes. This thing's pretty strong. It's fighting back. All right, so watch that real estate group. I mean, they're pretty good. So retail, reluctant to say it, but XLI, just with the inside day, you're not going to get the whole band playing. Honeywell busted out today because of earnings. Triple M has been strong. It's not breaking. It's having an amazing week, like I showed you. So I'm going to kind of leave it there. Watch the floor and the cat. They continue to get pounded on the week. I think they might have laid off a little bit today, but they've been hitting this thing pretty good. All right, so there you're stuck inside right now. I'm looking for the 2-1-2 break to the downside on cat. All right, and then we watch that other one. I got my reasons for these two. All right, floor coming back inside here. Floor's pretty strong today. All right, but it's inside day. All right, so you're not going anywhere. DraftKings a little bit better today. Jenny's a little bit better, but she's not really doing anything. There's my Jenny. I got her number off the wall. She's consolidating for 2 hours now. All right, two hours of sitting, not doing anything. All right, DraftKings is trying to get a little bit better. Try to get this DraftKings back up to the highs. So we'll see if we could get that going on here. It is a 2 on the day, but it's acting like a piece of crap. So need to get back up there. All right, I'm looking for $35 to get back up to there. All right, so we're sort of in a dip here. Probably want to be buying dips in the big picture, but right now with the futures when they're coming up, I think you're better in a mode of saying that hold off, because it seems like every time they get a run moving here, they start to fall back down. So if you're so inclined, and I'm not, I would say that you'd probably want to be selling some rallies here on the futures, but being very cautious about it. I mean, be cautious about everything all the time. All right, Soundhound doing nothing. I must say though, I'm going to leave it with this one, BBAI. It hit 40 cents yesterday. I missed it. All right, yesterday we got down to 640. Look at this right here. Yesterday, bam, made that low right there. My support level is 643. This thing hit 640. Look what happened. Right back up. It's been holding above. This morning it got down to just in the last 30 minutes. It made a low at 656. It's already coming back up to 69 cents. If you can get it down here, it's gold, I think. I think there's a really good support level there. All right. And Soundhound is just kind of bouncing around, but I got to say, it got back up to $18. It went down to $16. Soundhound turned around real fast. Right? They came down here and bottomed out. Look at this. Look at this move to the downside. Boom, right back up. I think there's more room here. But I'd be careful going up, getting up through here. I think you're clear to get here, but I think once you get above this 19, you start going up in this 20 area, I think you're going to have troubles up there. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. All right, I will try to get you something by the end of the day. And we'll see. We'll see what the rest of the day brings. All right, the old VIX is going back into the hole, 1766. All right, so be good. Be good.